Well, we're going to preview, like we said, the big card coming up. So, talk about pride. You got the pride of Mexico, Canelo Alvarez, versus the pride of Nebraska, Omaha, Terence Crawford. We've talked about this one for quite some time now, for months now. It's the week of. You're going to be out here for it. We can't wait. There's been a couple little updates. There's a new photo of Terence Crawford floating around. He's looking
scary,
pretty big at that new weight.
That's scary.
He's looking scary. It makes you think, right? With this added weight, is he going to be slower? Is it going to take away from his quicks, his reflexes? But I want to just get right into it. Just want to get your thoughts, your take. Crawford and Canelo.
Yeah, listen, before this fight was made and when it was only vaguely proposed, where a lot of people poo-pooed it. No, Crawford's too small. Forget about it. It doesn't make sense. When it was going through those times, I didn't hesitate. I said Crawford. I'm not changing now. I see. Listen, both guys have gotten older. I don't know. I hope it's not. And I'll put the disclaimer out there first. I'm not poo-poo. I'm not raining on anyone's parade. I think it's a very interesting fight, and I hope it's a great fight. And they're making it so big. They're really bringing everything out for this fight. You know, Dana White, his first involvement in boxing, in a promotion of a fight like this. I know he's involved with Walsh, the Irish kid, but I mean, his first really foray with boxing in this kind of way and level with Turkey Al-Sheikh, and they're not holding anything back. I mean, they're putting everything into this. I remember how excited everyone was for the Mayweather fight with Pacquiao. As it turned out, it was 5 years too late. It didn't happen when probably it should have, to really give us a chance to really have a great fight. And people were very disappointed. And I'm hoping that don't happen, and I don't think it will. But there's a chance that people might say at the end of the day, if they're not as satisfied, whether it's the Canelo side or the Crawford side, that, hey, this should have maybe happened a little earlier. Put that aside for now. That's me, because I always going to tell you everything I feel, whether you like it or not. But I'm gonna allow my experience to scour the canvas and look at everything, all aspects, and put it out there. I don't care if I'm working a fight now. It's not going to stop me from saying what I believe. At the end of the day, I think it's going to be it is an interesting fight. I think it could be a hell of a fight, but we'll see. Canelo, when I handicap this fight, I look at it where has each guy changed? What's their strengths? What their weaknesses? Canelo is not as busy as he used to be. Now, in some ways, it served him like a fine wine getting better. You know, he picks his spots, he counter punches, you know, he carries good power, he's accurate, you know, he doesn't waste anything. That's a nice thing. I don't know if that nice thing will serve him with Crawford, who's moving up in weight, who's faster, who can maneuver and use his legs. I know he's 37, but he's not used up. He doesn't have a lot of miles on the odometer, Crawford. So I'm looking for my synopsis of it. My overview would be I'm looking for Crawford to win the outside. Use his length. I know he's still got good length on him. Use his length. Use his legs a little bit. Grab the canvas. He's not going to run, but just control space, get angles, be ready to punch. Don't allow Canelo to freely walk in. And where I think he gets served is that, again, Canelo's feet aren't that fast. Why did he lose to Mayweather a long time ago? I know it was a million years ago. I know. But it wasn't because his hands were too slow. His feet were too slow. He couldn't close the gaps fast enough. And I think he's going to have a problem in that same area. if I'm right, if Crawford maximizes the things that favor him. Speed, legs, IQ, length, using the jab to control that length. I can see where Canelo could have trouble getting close enough. I also see that, again, he's not busy like he used to be. Yeah, he's accurate. Yeah, he'll go to the body. He'll look to throw that left hook to the liver. That's one of his famous punches. That's a punch that makes sense against a smaller man, that can take the legs away from a smaller man. But I don't know if he'll get in position to do it. Crawford's going to try not to let him get in position to do it and win the battle on the outside. And again, not have to deal with a lot of activity offensively from Canelo, because he's not that active offensively like he was some years ago. So that's going to help Crawford. Yeah, everyone says, oh, he's the big, Canelo's the bigger guy. He's the more powerful guy. Okay, fine. But if he's not throwing the bigger, more powerful punches in large quantities, then he's not as dangerous as you think he is. Because he's got to throw them. He's got to land them. But he's got to throw them to have a chance to land them, to be dangerous, to be the bigger guy. And if he's throwing a lot less than he used to, he's not as dangerous as you make it in your head, because he's the bigger guy. That's how I break it down. That's how I look at it. There will be moments that each guy is going to have to deal with at the end of the day. I like Crawford. I like him because not only the physical attributes I talked about, because of the intangibles, the mental traits, where he's got great timing. He's ice water in there. He doesn't get affected emotionally. He's got great eyes. He's laser-like with his eyes and his timing. And mentally, he doesn't believe he could get beat. That's my breakdown for that one.